Welcome back, my seekers. Since today is Sunday, which means it's the first day of the week, and we want to start it off strong, we're going to get right to work and figure this thing out. The title is The Three Jesuses in the Four Books, the Four Gospels of the New Testament, the Synoptic Gospels. So there's three Jesuses in there. If you count the other ones past, like if you go to Acts of the Apostles and beyond, those are more Jesuses. But we're not going to tackle those. We're just going to tackle the three. Just like in the movie The Matrix, there's patterns in how Satan works. Satan works in basically the same ways. So once you figure out how Satan works, you can see his fingerprints on everything. And then you go, aha, this is of Satan. Aha, this is a church that pretends to be holy, but it's not. It's Satan. So this is the keys. You got to learn these patterns if you want to find out who Satan is and what he does and how he works in this realm of ours, which we call reality, the kingdom of this world. We're living in the kingdom of this world at this moment. You can live in the kingdom of heaven here also, but you're stuck in this one because you don't know the patterns of the matrix. So there's a pattern right here. If you recall when Moses goes up on the mountain and to get the Ten Commandments, basically, while he's gone, the people get all antsy. And they get all itchy for something. So Aaron, which is like some family member of Moses, he goes and collects a bunch of individual gold pieces from the people that they stole from Egypt when they left. So he basically just went over there and made a collection. And mind you, it was a huge collection because he took all these over a cartload, maybe 2 or 3 cartloads of gold pieces. And he took all these individual gold pieces, he melted them together into one giant big golden bull. And by the way, that same bull is the same bull that you see on the Wall Street. When they show the one on the sidewalk, the bull, that's the same bull. I don't think that's golden. It might be black. I forget. But it's that same bull because it's the same patterns over and over again. They don't change. That bull over there is the same one here today. It's still active. But they took individual pieces and they melted it together, made this golden bull. And here's the key. After they amalgamated, melted it together, these individual gold pieces, Aaron tells the people, here, this is your God. This you will worship. See the patterns? They get a bunch of crap together. They make this little image and they say, here, this is your God. Well, that's exactly what happened with the three Jesuses in the New Testament, the 4 books, the Synoptic Gospels. Josephus, a historian that was appointed, I suppose, by the Roman Empire to write the history of the destroyed nation of Israel, because they just destroyed it like in 072 AD. So basically 35 years after Jesus' death, Israel nation was kaput, destroyed, burnt off the face of the maps and the planet. There was no more Israel. It was gone. No Judea, no nothing. It was just... So Josephus writes about that time that there was 3 Jesuses of the time, because Jesus comes from the name of Jesus, which is a Greek name, because they somehow didn't have the proper letters to pronounce the Yeshua, which is from the Hebrew words, from the Hebrew language. So they translated it into Jesus, and that Jesus became Jesus of today. So even the name Jesus is hocus pocus. But we're just for the argument's sake, we're going to just leave the word Jesus. And there was 3 Jesuses. One of the Jesuses was one Yeshua was a high priest in the temple. So that's one of the people that were quoted in the four Gospels. Okay, so you can see the patterns. The second Jesus, Yeshua, was a freedom fighter, a terrorist of today, a rebel against the Roman conquest, because the Romans came into Judea for a while, and basically they said, hey, you guys got to pay us money and stuff and just be cool. You know, we're going to be your overlords, and you guys can run about, do your crap, and we'll leave you alone. But they didn't, because you know, everybody was against it, and they said, fine. They said, okay, we had enough, so we're just going to just raze everything down to the ground, set it fire, and let it burn, destroy the whole country. You guys will be, whatever. They took them prisoners, sent them all over the world, killed them, whatever they did. So that was the second guy. That was a rebel guy. It would be like that turban guy from the Al-Qaeda guy. I forgot his name. They buried him at sea under Obama rule. That Jesus was like that type of a person. He was a rebel. And then there was a third Jesus involved. This guy was more like a guru, what you would picture like a guru, like a Buddhist guru. See? So you have three Jesuses. And by the way, when you read the four Gospels, you will see their fingerprints. Because the guy that says, go sell your cloak and buy a sword. Well, he wasn't a guru, because the guru's not into fighting with swords. They're just over there praising, you know, not eating, meditating, trying to get closer to an entity that's spiritual and stuff. That's a guru. Well, that guy that says, go sell your cloak and buy a sword, that's this guy, because that's what he wants. He wants to like always go to fight with people, with whomever, the entities that they don't like, other Jewish sects, the Romans conquest. They had other people that were trying to conquer them, the Babylonian Empire, but it was dead by the time Romans came. But there were just people that were interested in fighting and warring, and that's this guy in the middle. And then when you have this guy that says, hey, put away your sword, it tells Peter, because Peter, when they try to catch one of the Jesuses in the garden to take him to, you know, to get him to the tribunals and crap, it says, put away your sword. There's no need for that. Well, that would be the guru guy, because he's not into fighting. And then when you have the other one, the high priest guy, when you see the passage that says, it's kind of a long passage, but I remember where it starts off, where it says, whenever two or more of you, that's key, two or more of you get together, you guys can ask whatever you want from God from heaven, and he'll give it to you. Well, that's the high priest, because the high priest is all about church, and it's about assemblies. That's why he says two or more, two or three or more, or something like that. You got to read it again. It's in there. Look at Google. Google will tell you where it's at. But it says two or three or more gather together in my name, I will give them whatever they want. Well, that's the church people, because they always want to get to their assembly. This guy right here, the guru guy, well, he's not into assembly. He's the one that tells you, it's an individual sport. You come follow me. You pick up your cross and follow me to death. It's not, it's an individual sport. So what they have done is have taken all these together, and they made one. Remember the Trinity? They always work in patterns, because Satan is the Antichrist. What you guys picture the Antichrist is basically just Satan. There's not just somebody that's coming. It's Satan is the Antichrist. And the Antichrist uses the same patterns, because he uses signs and wonders, where symbols like the Trinity, 3 into 1, 3 Jesus into 1, those are part of the signs. They come with signs. Letters. All these letters, these are signs and symbols. Symbols are signs. This is a sign. If writing is from Satan, if you were supposed to write in this lifetime, in your body, well, the Creator would have put it in your mind. And you would have been born learning how to read these signs. By the way, wonders are science and medicine. Those are the wonders. And the signs. So going back to signs. Yeah, you would have been born with it, but no, you have to go to school for 12 years and they drill it in your head. And some people still come out of there not knowing how to read and write because it's not natural. It doesn't come from a creator. Like a bird they know exactly. I have little chickens. They were like not even a month old when I started letting them out in the yard. As soon as they came out and there was some kind of raven way up in the sky, these chickens immediately looked up in the sky and they ran for hiding. It's like, how did they know? They had no mother because I bought them online and they sent to me these chicks. They never met their parents. They're flower children. So they never saw this. Well, I saw what the chickens do is they have whatever they need, their tools, they get born with them. They know right away what a predator is. When they smell the coyote coming down through the wind, they smell the coyote and they know that is predator. We got to run because they're born with things. We don't get born learning how to read writings. So those are all part of signs. Well, so now that you see the patterns, there's 3 Jesuses. So whenever you read the 4 Gospels, you have to find your own personal Jesus. Because if you want the high priest guy, because you like going to church and let's get together, have potluck and huggy wuggy, blah, blah, blah. Okay, then that's your guy right there. So you stick with that guy, all right? Okay, now if you like to be a rebel and stick the 10 commandments in people's faces, says, in your face! Because I don't follow them, but it is in your face. And you want to put Bibles in the schools of Oklahoma. That's you right here. That's you. You see? That's you right here. That's the rebel guy. And then if you want to meditate and get closer to the Creator and leave this whole world alone, that's this guy here. So you have your choice. You have your choice because Satan did it that way. Because it's called confusion. You live in the land of confusion. Just like Genesis said. No, not the book. The band, Genesis with Phil Collins. You're living in the land of confusion. He wasn't kidding. This is it. But that's how it's done. Because Satan is not going to let you know the actual truth. He's not. He speaks the truth. Satan speaks the truth. But Satan twists the truth because he's a deceiver. A lie and a deception are 2 different things. I might make a video on that again. But a lie and a deception are 2 different things. Well, Satan is not a liar. Satan is a deceiver. See, a deceiver doesn't lie. A deceiver takes the truth and spins it to where you're confused and leads you in different directions. But he uses truth. So, yes, there's truth in the Bible, but you have to seek and find it because it is hidden. It is hidden on purpose. It's not going to be presented to you. So all these people at church, all these fake preachers and all these counterfeit pastors, which are not pastors, they are just saying, oh, look here, blah, blah, blah. This is it. This is it. Nope. It's because they have a vested interest for you to come to that stupid church and give your money. Because if you don't give your money to the church, they have to go home and go get a real job instead of just flapping their gums and leading you astray. So be careful. The 3 Jesuses in the Bible. Goodbye.